Get it. Go, come on. Get it. Is that a B? Hey y'all, welcome to Real Value, where we review, recap, rate, and evaluate all things real, all things watched. I'm Cal. Today we have a very special video. We're going to do a tier list ranking of the best Valentine Day horror movies of all time. That's right, of all time. Now here's the thing. There's not a lot of good ones. This was a very interesting project in that respect. All right, so these are our movies we got down below, and I'll get into that as we go through. But the first one that we're gonna go over, The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine from 1974. I was actually surprised at this movie. First off, there's a lot of nice boobies in this movie. Just gonna say it. Boobies in this movie. Boobies in this movie. Boobies in this movie. Yeah, it's one of those old non-exploitation films that I find hilarious, but it makes sense that they were produced and made in Italy, you know, where the Pope lives. So of course, anything forbidden is the flame to our moth as humans. But it was a fun movie. I actually had a good time with it, and this one was real good. The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine's. Calvin approved. Watch it. I think it's one of those where you'll just have fun watching a movie that's 50 years old. It's crazy. It's a crazy story too. Like, these are not nice nuns. They're sinful nuns. Now, funny enough, the movie does not have a whole lot to do with St. Valentine. That is just the convent they were assigned to. So, but I'm counting it because it was slim pickings as far as Valentine and or love themed horror movies to pick from. The next one is honestly one of the best ones out of the entire bunch. The original 1981. Wow, 1981. My Bloody Valentine. I will admit, I only saw this recently, like within the last year or so. I love this movie. This movie is a good, solid 80s horror slasher flick. It has interesting characters, it has an interesting plot, and I actually found it rather enjoyable and just a sheer great movie. So Calvin approved. See My Bloody Valentine. Now, sadly, since we just did that one, the 2009 remake of My Bloody Valentine was horrible. It sucked. It was real rough, hard to get through, not scary at all. They tried to do something with the plot that mimicked but also kind of twisted the original version, which is fine if you do it right, but they did not do it right. Yeah, My Bloody Valentine 2009, which is crazy to think that movie came out, God, 16 years ago. So I remember when it came out and I was like, that movie sucks. So yeah, 2009, My Bloody Valentine, stay away, just watch the original. Have a good night instead of a bad one. Okay, these next couple are just really hard. Lover's Lane from 2000. Weirdly enough, it has, what's her name? Anna Faris in it. Yeah, Anna Faris is in this movie from the year 2000. She's super young. She plays this cheerleader type woman, or type person, type girl. I don't know, whatever. The Lover's Lane was so bad, and I don't do this often, but man, I had to do it with this one. Lover's Lane with the cliche hook-handed killer. Real regret, man. I actually had to turn it off. I couldn't finish it. And I don't think that's a bad thing. I used to think that was a bad thing. Like, I had to finish every book I picked up and read, even if I hated it. I had to finish every movie I started, even if I hated it. I think Stephen King said it the best. And there are so many good books out there. There are so many good movies out there, if I could just put a twist on it, that if you don't like what you're watching, don't spend your time on it, you know? Turn that sucker off. Go watch something good. Watch this channel, The Real Value. We'll tell you what the real value of these flicks is and if you should watch them or not. That's right, what they is. Lover's Lane, it's not is. It is not. Don't watch it. In 2001, there was this movie called Valentine, which had the guy who played Angel in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and actually had a couple of famous people in it. I think Denise Richards, right, is in that one. That movie was another regret. I actually watched the whole thing, though. Sadly, I will say it was better than Lover's Lane, but man, that movie, fucking laughable, dude. I was upset that I spent my time on that one. Let me tell you what. You want in or out, brah? Doing a show here. I worked 2 jobs today. Get home, try to record for my potential 3rd job here. Can only hope. Yeah, I got a job as I'm working at a hotel now, and I'm also managing a cafe, so I'm kind of busy. but it's cool. All right, 5 down, several to go. The next one, The Loved Ones. This movie was strange, was weird, was something else. At parts, I had fun. I had good times. Like, it is outlandish. It is out there, y'all. I would recommend it. I think it is an interesting view. For me, it was real mid. Overall, it wasn't good, but there were some good parts. But I still enjoyed a lot of the craziness that happened in it. And if you haven't seen The Loved Ones, I never heard of it. It's from 2009. I think that would be a watchable Valentine's Day movie if that is something you were looking forward to trying to do. I had to rewatch this next movie because I didn't like it when I first saw it. I thought it was kind of dumb. So this one came out in 2013. Warm Bodies. If you've ever seen that, it's where it's like intelligent zombies, but they can't really form words. And then this one starts learning how to form words. And then anyways, he falls in love with a living girl or whatnot. When I first saw this years ago, I would have probably given it a real rough or real mid. I watched it, I actually had a good time. There were some good funny parts. I think overall it's a unique twist on the zombie trope. So just for that reason alone, I think it's real good. I would put it in front of the Sinful Nuns. It's actually a love story between the dead and the undead. Or no, wait, the alive and the undead. All right, so again, it was slim pickings as far as trying to find Valentine's and or love-themed horror movies to do this video, right? So I'm counting this next one, even though technically it's part of an anthology. It's from the 2016 anthology film Holidays, where each holiday is represented with a scary story. But the Valentine's Day episode in this one, I mean, it's about an hour, maybe even, oh my God, I can't talk. Maybe even a little longer than that. I'm counting it as kind of like a short feature, a short film definitely, but Holidays and the Valentine's Day episode, crazy. It makes you wanna hit some kids, I will say. Makes you wanna smack them, do some Stone Cold Steve Austin stunner. Man, sorry. This is what happens when you work like 13 hours every day. You're just getting pulled all over the place and your brain doesn't know what to think. All right, I'm getting in that weird state. I ate. Yeah, I ate. What were we talking about? Holidays. Yeah, their Valentine's Day story in that movie, real good. I enjoy that one a lot. And actually, I like that more than those other two. So we had that one. Let's do another one that, again, this was part of an anthology series, but it was an hour and a half long. That's a feature-length movie, you know? So I'm counting it, but it's called Into the Dark, My Valentine, and I found it good. It was enjoyable. If you're a fan of Scott Pilgrim versus the World, it seemed like it was trying to do a Scott Pilgrim versus the World mixed with horror, mixed with sci-fi kind of adaptation. But I had a good time with that movie. I would recommend watching that one. This next movie, cool idea. Execution, cool cinematography idea. Execution, horrible. Horrible acting, horrible story, horrible plot, so much potential, so dumb. The Love Witch, real rough, man, real rough. It was not scary, okay? And I like the colors, again, the cinematography of the movie, harken back to that 1960s bright colors, pastel, and you could have done so much with this movie, with this idea, but it's just horrible. I don't know what they were trying to do, if they were trying to create some kind of new genre or something, but it was not good. I did not enjoy it. It was real rough. Valentine DayZ, oh my God, let me show you the level of, we're talking late night Skinamax level acting chops in this movie.
I see you again.
Wild horses couldn't drag me away.
Max! Max! Oh, hell's breaking loose. It's the infection, Max.
Sarah!
Quarantine of the entire city just went into immediate effect.
It must be hard to see her like that.
We didn't have enough time together.
He may look like a guy that works in an office building, but Max used to do wet work for the government.
Horrible. I couldn't finish it. Valentine's DayZ. I'll say it was better than Lover's Lane, but just because you could tell they were trying, don't watch that one. Stay away from Valentine DayZ. I sat through these movies, most all of them for you, my lovely viewers, so you wouldn't have to suffer through these as I have. And let me tell you, man, these 5, ugh. Cupid, another one, CGI, horrible. Story, horrible. Acting, horrible. Regret, didn't finish it. I was halfway through it and I was like, is this a fucking joke? I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell if they were doing it on purpose or not. And it brings us to the last 2 movies in our list. So far we have, oh, and if you want to know more about my ranking tiers, the real MVPs, the real rarities, real great, real good, real mid, real rough, real regret, it is my channel's trailer, and I go more into depth on what I mean with those and such. But as you can see, no real MVPs right now, no real rarities, 1 real great with My Bloody Valentine, real good, we got Holidays, My Valentine Into the Dark, Warm Bodies, The Sinful Nuns of St. Valentine, real mid, we got The Loved Ones, real rough, we got the remake of My Bloody Valentine, such a discrepancy between the original and the remake, and then The Love Witch was real rough, and then these horrible ones don't. If you value your sanity, stay away from Valentine DayZ, Cupid, and Lover's Lane, because those are real regrets. I regret spending my time on them. If you already saw my review over Companion, thank you for watching. If you haven't, go watch that. But I already deemed that one was real good. I was expecting that one to be great. I was very upset with how much they gave away in the trailer. Thought that was so dumb. It was still real good. It was a fun movie. It was funny in a lot of parts. I dubbed it a romantic thriller more than it was a horror movie. If nothing else, more sci-fi. But this channel is about horror and sci-fi all kind of mixed in together. It's such a wide scope, a wide genre. But yeah, I enjoyed Companion. Sophie Thatcher is awesome. I like Jack Quaid, especially in, what is it called? The Seven. They're the Seven. Homelander. The Boys. Jesus. Now let me tell you something about 2025's Hard Eyes, the newest Valentine's Day horror-themed movie on the market. I thought this movie was gonna suck. I really did. I had no hope for it. I tried to stay away from the trailers, as most of you know I tend to do, but I thought it was gonna be dumb. I really did. This movie, Hard Eyes, is the only other one on this list that is real great. I'm gonna keep My Bloody Valentine ahead just because it's so iconic and helped shape the slasher genre. But Hard Eyes, this movie was fun. It was funny. It was self-aware and really caked on this sense of 90s, early aughts type slasher movies, but it did it in such a way that I had a really good time. I laughed out loud several times in the theater watching this by myself. There's, other people. I had a good time, and it has 2 of the coolest and most unique kills I've seen in movies. So I can't suggest this one enough for this Valentine's Day. If you really want a horror movie to watch on Valentine's Day, Hard Eyes, it has my seal of approval. Watch My Bloody Valentine for a classic take on the genre, and watch Hard Eyes to see something new. I was pleasantly surprised, and maybe because I thought it was gonna suck so much, it kind of warped my sense of how much I liked it. But that's what I was saying with Companion. If Companion wouldn't have gave away the twist in the trailer, it probably would have been real great. But again, Hard Eyes, I like that one a lot. It was a good callback to, again, the late 90s, early aughts type slasher films, but it did it in a good way, a self-aware way. And it was just funny and kind of a different type of slasher movie, to be completely honest. And again, two of the coolest kills I've seen in a movie in a long time. One that was also hilarious when they go back to it, but see Hard Eyes. I like that one a lot. All right, those are my top 14 Valentine's Day and or love-themed horror movies of all time. Again, real great, My Bloody Valentine and Hard Eyes. I already went over all the other ones. All right, y'all, that's it for me. Happy Valentine's Day to you. And if you're like me and celebrate Lonely Times Day, then no, you're not alone. Just watch all of my videos to keep you company. That's all you need. Just good old Cal, your horror pal. All right, y'all, have a good one. Peace. This goddamn bee won't die. Ah, shit. Okay, I think I got it. Get it. Go, come on. Get it. Is that a bee? I think there's a bee. You almost got it, little. There's a fucking bee. Motherfucker, that thing is loud. Anywho, motherfucker. Y'all kill this thing. It's freaking out. I'll be buzzing in my video.